Welcome, welcome everyone. My name is James. This is a 10-minute flow to improve the digestive system and many of the internal systems of the body. And we'll get started in a standing position. So go ahead and find a place at the front of your mat. See if you can bring your toes together, the base of your toes to touch, and maybe even your heels, although you can take some space between your heels if that's more comfortable. Bring your hands together, and then take a big breath in, reach your arms up, and gaze up. Nice. From here, you can start to lean back just a little bit. Keep your chest moving up, and your gaze follows right in between your hands. Keep breathing. Deep breath. That sound of the ujjayi breath lets you know that your breath is deep, but if you lose it, that's okay, as long as your breath continues to be deep and conscious. Continuing to stand, press down with your feet, rise up through your chest, take a big breath in. Exhale, and follow that breath all the way into a forward fold. Hands all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift your gaze forward to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step your feet back to a plank. Up the high plank, hold here, breathe. From the top of your plank, exhale and in slow motion lower yourself all the way to the ground. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale into a cobra pose. Look forward, maybe even up, and reach your chest forward. Keep reaching your feet back, even press in a little bit with the tops of your feet. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. Use your hands, press back to a child's pose. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips to a downward facing dog. Pressing through your hands, keep your breath deep. Maybe even tuck your chin all the way in towards your chest. Nice. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. Fill all the way up into the deepest part of your lungs. Gaze forward towards your hands and exhale, step or hop your feet up in between your hands. Nice. Inhale to a halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, 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 fold. Inhale, rise up. Stretch a little bit back. Stay through your exhale. Stay through your inhale. And then exhale, release your hands down. And reconnect to the depth of your breathing while you're just standing here. Nice. Second one, bend your knees, sink into a chair pose a little bit, reach your hands up overhead. Nice. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, lift your gaze, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, lower from the plank all the way down to the ground or into your chaturanga. Nice. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra pose. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands if you can. Nice. Nice. Spin your back heel flat and rise up to warrior one. Nice. Warrior one, intensify the stretch by sending your right knee forward a little bit. Nice. Take a big breath in. Exhale, widen your arms out, gaze over your right fingertips. And then take your hands to your waist. So a variation of warrior two where you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and feel your chest rise up. On your exhales, feel your knees sink a little deeper into the posture. Big breath in, reach your arms out again. Exhale, follow that vinyasa all the way to the ground, chaturanga, or to upward facing dog, or cobra pose. Nice. Exhale to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, this time step your left foot forward. All the way in between your hands if you can. Spin your back heel flat, rise up to warrior one. Big breath in. Exhale, open your arms out, gaze over your left fingers. Reach forward with your left fingers all the way from the center of your back. And then, hands to your waist. Lift up through your chest. Sink a little deeper in the front knee. Stay through one more big breath in. And exhale, follow that all the way down through your vinyasa. Hands to the ground, step back, chaturanga, to upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward towards your hands. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees a little bit. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, see if you can hop your hips up and land soft, close to your feet. Nice. Halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, rise to chair pose. Bend your knees. Gaze up. Exhale, hands down. Back to home base. And then from here, step your right foot out to the side. And step out. Get a nice wide stance. Nice. Turn your right foot out. And turn your left foot towards your right foot. Nice. And step in a little bit closer with your back foot. Arms out wide like warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, and then drop into triangle pose. Nice. Go ahead and let your hand come down to your ankle, or if you can, take two fingers and grab onto your front toe. Nice. Wherever you are, if you're grabbing onto your big toe, or if you're pressing down against your ankle, rise up with your top hand and turn your hip open. One more breath here. Inhale, come up. Switch your feet. Right foot in, left foot out. Reach your hand forward. Exhale, drop into the triangle pose. Try and take the same variation you did on the other side, although every side will be different. Both sides will be different. Go ahead and grab onto your toe. If you're grabbing onto it, then press down with your toe. Pull up against that toe and rise up through your top hand. Nice. On an inhale, with your belly firm, come all the way up. Nice. Switch your feet again. Take your left toes in, right toes back out, and raise your back arm straight up. So your hips will square off forward. And then on an exhale, bring your left hand down to the inside of your front foot. If you're really, really super duper flexible, you might be able to bring your hand to the outside of your foot, but that's not necessary. Then raise your right arm and gaze up to your top hand. Revolved triangle pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, keep your front hip rolling back, back hip rolling forward. Take a breath out, and on your inhale, come all the way back up. We'll take the other side, switch your feet. Right foot in, left foot out. Switch your hips, bring your back arm straight up, and then draw it all the way down to the inside of your left foot. Not necessary to bring your hand to the outside of your foot, although you can. Raise your top arm up, your left arm, and gaze up at your hand. One more breath. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, strong legs, strong core, come all the way up. And then you can step your feet or you can jump them back together towards the front. Nice. Bring your right knee up in front of you. See if you can hold in front of your knee. You can hold underneath, but try and get in front. Bring your knee up and your chin down. See if you can touch your chin towards your knee. Keep your breath deep. Keep your teeth together and try and bring your chin in towards your chest. Breath in, exhale, release it down. Switch your legs out. Bring your left knee up. Hold on the front. Bring your knee up and your chin down. If your balance feels okay, you can curl your chin all the way in towards your chest. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release down. Step your feet out a little bit wide, and we'll come into Malasana. So turn your toes out and sink down into a squat. This will be our part one. Malasana. Press your elbows into the inside of your knees and press your knees back in your elbows. Feel like your chest is rising up out of that constriction, back and forth. This is an awesome option to stay here. You're receiving all the benefits in Malasana, or we'll start to move towards Bhujapadrasana. Bhujapadrasana is an arm balance, and you can move in multiple stages, so any version of Bhujapadrasana, however it looks, is perfect. Bring your hands down to the ground, lift your hips up, start to bring your arms underneath your legs. Try and bring your shoulders behind your knees. And this is already Bhujapadrasana as soon as you sit back onto the arms. Or you can start to walk your toes forward, maybe even lift them, and then cross your ankles. Just an option. Keep breathing. Final option, just an opportunity for you to bring your toes back and your chin towards the ground. From here, release your feet, come back to Malasana, or we're still there, in which case you've already reached the finishing point. Reach your hands forward, reach your butt back. The ground is there, the earth, trust it. And drop. All right. Bring your legs out long, and then bring your right knee in tight. Give yourself a deep hug. Marichiasana A. We'll start part 1. And from here we'll move into Marichiasana C, which is a side twist. Start to hug onto the outside of your knee with your left hand. Bring your opposite hand behind you and slowly twist on your inhales, lift your chest up. On your exhales, deepen your twist and even gaze back. Bring your gaze back to center and release your foot, both feet long. Bend your left knee in. Give yourself a deep hug. Chest always lifting up. Breath deep. Move towards Marichiasana C. Take your right arm onto the front of your knee and start to twist to the side. Maybe even bring your gaze back over your left shoulder. Come back to the center. Release both feet long. And we'll lower back in slow motions. Reach your toes forward and slowly lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When your back reaches the ground, bend your knees. Bring them in close. Try and grab your opposite hand so that your whole arm is in the front of your knees. So that means that your chin will kind of come up. And you can curl up a little bit. Try and bring your forehead towards your knees. Curl your chin into your chest. And try and breathe as deep as you can here. This will activate your thyroid. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Release all the way down to the ground. Straighten out. Let your feet flop open, hands flop open, and release into Shavasana. Take as much time as you like, as much time as you can in Shavasana. The longer this silent meditation is, the more benefits there are. But whenever you're ready to come out of it, you can slowly as you like, make your way up to any comfortable cross-legged seat towards the front of your mat. Bring your hands towards your heart. And lift your heart up into your hands. Close your eyes. And think something really, really nice about yourself. A compliment. It can be something simple, it can be something complicated, it can be something general, it can be something specific. But it should feel good, it should be a compliment. And then say it 10 times inside your head. Be something like, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm poised, I'm capable of anything. I'm awesome. Bring your thumbs up to meet your forehead. And remind yourself that the things that you think create a reality that you live through. Bow now towards yourself together. We'll end our practice by saying namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.